Well, it turns out that Mike wants these two pieces right here. Good choice. Reason being is you can manipulate these down to just exactly what you want. However, I should point out that they do have screw holes in places, so you're going to have to work around that. This one is really sound. This one here, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this off the end here because this piece here is absolutely useless, at least to a pen turner. And the where is it here? Okay, there are cracks in this end, so you'll have to kind of work around that, but that shouldn't be a problem. I'm sure that you'll be able to figure that out. Okay, let's go downstairs to the workshop and package these up. It should be able to package them up pretty good if I can more or less get them the same length. Well, here we are in old Geppetto's workshop. Yep. I'm going to use these cardboard boxes to wrap it all up so that there's no sharp corners, because this package is going to be a little bit heavy. And all I want to do is I just want to cut this piece off right here. I'll move in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. No use cutting off any more than we have to here. I was thinking of making it the same length as this one, but that'll make it a little bit shorter than it has to be. And, you know, Murphy's Law says that you're going to need that last little tiny bit. So, yeah, we'll just cut off just what we need to here. And what is it that I have often said? Come on, regular viewers. What is it that I always say? Well, not always, but almost always, just before I go to do this. If you keep your eye on the blade, you won't stick your finger in the blade. Okay, we'll get our dust collection going. Now, if I lower my blade, I can use this as a workbench. Now, you were talking about using your telephone stand, jointer, for getting rid of this acrylic. I'll tell you why I wouldn't do that. As you know, and once again, I'm probably teaching my grandmother to suck eggs, or as I said yesterday, you're preaching to the choir, Ron. Okay, you know how when you pass something over your jointer, and mine is this kind right here. It gets really hot, and if the blade is a little bit dull or you hit something really hard, it'll actually start burning. So I don't know how this acrylic, and it's probably a 1/16 of an inch thick. I don't know how it's going to react if you were to pass it over the jointer. It might work fine. I've never done it, so I don't know. Maybe you have and you know. Anyway, I would use my bandsaw. And you're going to lose the kerf of the blade, which on that saw is, I think it's a 1/16 of an inch or less. So you are going to lose a little bit. But that's how I would do it. But don't let me tell you how to do your job. I've got my white balance set back on auto again. I had it on manual there when we were at the model table. If you remember, a few weeks ago we were having a problem. So we should be back to normal. We shouldn't have that greenish yellow look. Okay, my intention here is to get rid of the sharp corners. Oh, good thing I got more rolls. All right, now where were we? I made my living for the last, well, since 1973, until I retired, working in the express office in the Winnipeg bus depot. That's how I made my living. Nothing fancy, but hey, it raised a family and bought a home. Anyway, my experience was that if you have something packaged properly and addressed properly, it almost always gets there. Now, okay, no sharp corners. Nice and easy to handle. Not any chance of a postal worker hurting himself on it and then throwing it out because he's mad. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get our label. I printed one up. I hope I didn't make it too big. Well, I didn't leave myself very much wiggle room there, did I? Okay. All right, let's go to the post office. One of my Facebook friends who's building a model of an aircraft carrier, I believe it's a 350 scale, and he's almost done, and he's done a beautiful job. Anyway, he went on a road trip recently with his motorcycle, and his dash cam was fastened to the windscreen, and it came off, landed on the road, bounced along, and survived. He's gonna have a real good laugh any second now. Okay, let's try that again. this is the school zone. My grandkids went to school here, and it'll be interesting to see if the GPS says that I'm going 30 kilometers an hour. They're pretty strict. You don't want to get a ticket for speeding in a school zone. Most of the residential area here in Winnipeg is 50 kilometers an hour. That'd be like 30 miles an hour. Now, some of you commented yesterday about the fact that we drive on the wrong side of the road here in Canada. But that's not true. We're driving on the right side of the road. Okay, here's another school zone. I've been very lucky. I've never got a ticket. I've got a perfect driving record, which is a lot to do with, I guess you'd say, luck. Now, I just knocked on wood there. And yes, I do have a thing to hang up here. I guess if you saw me walking around in the workshop earlier, you'd know why. Yeah, old Geppetto ain't what he used to be. Now, Mike, in your email you had indicated that you wanted to reimburse me for the postage. Just to let you know, I will be offended if you try to do that. Yeah, I want to just do this for you as a fellow pen turner, a fellow clock tinkerer, and maybe a fellow modeler. Who knows? You might get into it. You're the kind of person that would probably do really well making these models. Anyway. Okay, and that's where we were. Now leaves are starting to turn. Yesterday morning when I went outside, there was frost on my neighbor's car on the roof. Okay, and here's where I've lived for, I guess, the last 35 years. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, because of this COVID-19 thing that's going on, things are slowed down a little bit. And the person at the post office said it might take 2 or 3 weeks before it actually gets there. I'm guessing maybe 2 weeks from today. That's my uneducated guess. And this is where it's going to end up. Anyway, Mike, I hope you enjoy it. Have fun.